Hey, what is up guys? My name is BobLyn, aka PabLoon, and today we are here with the first ever video on the Yodo. And I have been just as excited for this as I was for the Jinan. And you guys should probably be excited too, because this gameplay you're gonna watch, as you saw in the title, 158,000 damage with the Yodo. This thing is a massive light cruiser, as you can see. Yodo boasts a lot of firepower with the classic IGN torpedoes and its massive amounts of armament with 18 150mm guns. It is a difficult ship to play. It is not for the faint of heart. You are a massive ship, like I said, and you don't turn very well. So for those of you who mastered Sao and have played that ship a lot, you're gonna find yourself right at home here, but it is still very different from the Sao. The Yodo, like I said, is a pretty big ship, and as you can see, it has a dreadful time to full speed at 17 seconds, along with a 9-second turn time. And the reason it feels slow, it's not the worst turn time to be honest. The reason it feels slow is because, like I said, Yodo is so long. You get a 10-second reload with a 13.10 kilometer range. That is one of the best cruiser ranges, or light cruiser ranges at the tier. Pretty sure only a legendary mod Worcester is better. You also have a 6% fire chance, and you get the standard Japanese torpedoes that go just under 10 kilometers. Now, the surface detection is comparable to Jinan's, and this thing has AA, guys. This is an IJN ship that actually can shoot down planes. I have shot down a whole midway attack, all 3 squadrons and fighters, because I use the escort specialization. I definitely think that's one you should take here, but that is just me. But I feel like we do see more CVs nowadays, so for me it makes sense. I would swap out my rudder for propulsion, because I was just toying around with rudder, but pretty standard build. I would just say go for acceleration instead of the rudder mod. And here's my commander. We're using Togo Hayachiro, who is obviously going to be absolutely cracked on this ship with IFHE Plus and Giant Hunter Plus, along with Honor Seeker, the Sixth Sense, and some other good stuff. Now, the game we are playing here, I am playing with rudder and not propulsion. We are joined today by Red Gaming Dino and Storm Eel, who are helping me today with this gameplay. Now, the camo you are seeing here is the historical camo, and honestly, I kind of like it, but it is a very weird camo. It's just a green slab, and to be honest, Wargaming, I don't think you could be charging anybody 6,000 gold for this. I mean, it's a little bit too lazy for my taste. I don't hate it, because it fits the theme of the Japanese camos, but still, just a green slab of pistachio ice cream layer is just a little bit too boring for me, Wargaming. I don't think anybody wants to see more Leipzig camos, and this is definitely worse than the Leipzig camo. Because you're just a glowing, radioactive turd. But anyways, the other camo, they have the same stats camos. There's no difference between them stats-wise. Is pretty good looking, and it's the same scheme as on the Tokachi. You guys also saw it just before in the setup of the ship. But enough about that. So the Yodo, as you can see here, is a Japanese light cruiser, and you can see these arcs are great. You can shoot over islands with this, and you get 18 150mm. You get a ton of firepower at a 10-second reload, which is actually quite good. The torpedoes go, like I said, just shy of 10 kilometers, and the firing angles on those torps are not actually that bad. It is not Takao levels, but it's not as bad as Sao. Like Sao, you have to show a ton of broadside to get your torpedoes off. You also do have to do that here in Yodo, but you have to show less broadside. The thing is, Yodo is longer and turns slower, so you are probably going to take the same amount of punishment as you would in a Sao. But still, it is better at launching those torpedoes, especially when you're kiting. Something else to note is that some of these turrets are 360. I still have not figured out which ones they are, but I guess we're going to find out together in this gameplay, because I am going to be kiting a lot with my rear turrets, and this thing is just so good at the kiting. As you can see, we have defensive fire 3. Yes, guys, I am also completely flabbergasted by the fact that I'm playing an IGN ship that actually just helped shoot down a midway squadron, guys. This thing's AA is not bad at all, and it's, like I said, comparable to Jinan. It's a little bit worse than Jinan AA because it's the DFA 3 and not 4. So you have worse range, but the thing is capable of defending itself in a pinch, and you definitely want to be happy you have that defensive fire. You also get sonar, which is by far amazing, and really is a nice addition to the ship as we beat ourselves on this rock. Currently, it's not looking too good for my team. We're actually down 3-5, as you can see here, and you know, I'm getting punished pretty hard. Luckily, we haven't taken too much damage, but here comes the first set of torpedoes in on this Montana. As you can see, they are, well, they're IGN torpedoes. They never let you down. They do a ton of damage, and they're long range. So this thing is kind of like the epitome of the annoying kiting HE spammer on the flank that also has deadly torpedoes. It does the same thing SAO does, but just in a different way. SAO is a lot more meticulous and planning, whereas this thing is a lot more like a light cruiser. You can see I can really spam my guns. I can do a pretty nasty ripple fire that I love to do. You can see that's the first 2 back turrets, 3 front turrets, and then the last back turret. You can see there's a ton of different shells in there all the time. The AP is not bad on this ship, but I gotta be honest, guys. The only times I really do use the AP is against, of course, other light cruisers at close to medium range, and at close range with DDs, close to medium range. The HE in itself is actually not bad at all, as we completely dodge these torpedoes here. Don't mind me, Shimakaze. I actually think we're gonna get hit. Yeah, we're gonna get hit by this last one, but I'll still take that as a dodge. And this is now that the game starts to get interesting, guys. This is where I really found out this is a good ship, but a difficult ship to play. One of the main drawbacks of the guns, if you ask me, is the shotgun-like characteristic. I think that makes perfect sense when you have 18 barrels. This is the most barrels on, or at least main guns on a ship that we've seen in this game. 18 barrels that, you know, goes towards the target is quite a lot, so that is a way to balance it. It is inaccurate sometimes. Most of the time it's going to go everywhere, and that's why I find it, you know, to be quite a, you know, lacking DD hunter at this kind of range. Now, you can still hit people for sure, but you want to make sure that you take targets of opportunity and close to you instead of wasting your time spamming a DD at range. And look at this thunder here, man. They were just lining up, and this is what I mean about the good torpedo angles. It is crucial when you're playing this ship. I can already sense that you are already maneuvering 5 to 6 seconds ahead of your enemy. You want to be thinking ahead of them so much further, because the thing turns like a log in the water. Our Hakuyu finishes off that Shima, which was lovely to see, because honestly I couldn't deal with him, and we're just counting up the damage. 128, 129. We get a stray torp hit on the Thunder here, but I mean, he has eaten so much pain from us, and you can see how far away we are, guys. Look at the range. We're very far away from the Thunder, dealing quite comfortable damage to him without taking too much in return. This is a good ship, but I will also say the gameplay you're seeing here is the absolute best gameplay I had. It's the only gameplay I had above 100k. Most of the games I had in this ship were great games where I was helping the team and we won. I just didn't get high damage. With that being said, those games I had some extremely bad luck with fires, and I was also still learning the ship. But overall, I would say my experience in this ship from a SAO lover, guys, I am a SAO lover. I think the SAO line in general is amazing, and having a light version of it is just, ooh, it's amazing. I don't know what to say. So for me, this is a clear yes, I am gonna grind this out of 10. It's not going to be better than Jinan. Jinan is still way better than this in many regards. Jinan is the easy version of this. Yodo is the hard version of Jinan. Let me say that. Yeah, Yodo is Jinan on hard mode. Because you don't have your smokes, you don't have the best AA, you don't have the nimble maneuverability of the Jinan, and you definitely don't have the same kind of torpedo power. Jinan is better than this ship in many aspects, but it is not challenging and it is not as rewarding as the Yodo, as we end off with 158,000 damage. Yes, there were 2 bots in this game, but I would still say that it was a pretty good gameplay, and it shows what the Yodo is capable of doing. And what an absolute blast it was. Now we're gonna see the score details here. Almost 300 shell hits, 11 torpedoes, 1 ship destroyed, 10 fires, and 22 planes shot down, guys, versus a midway. 22 planes. I do want to say that Stormeel in her Hornigan shot down like 35, so we almost deplaned that guy. That is probably because he doesn't know about the IJN AA on the Yodo. I mean, who would even imagine these ships having AA, right? But a very, very, very different experience to what we're used to now. If you are used to playing this Tokachi, this is going to feel like a Tokachi's big brother, you know. This is Tokachi gameplay. You got some AA, you got some HE, and you got a lot more torpedoes this time, but you're also a lot bigger. So yeah, that is the scoreboard. We did a lot of damage. That small and harder game, he definitely had a game 0 damage. Feels bad, man. But yeah, that was the game, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So we are nearing the end of the video, and here we have the other camo I was talking about. Exactly the same stats as the olive pistachio cream camo. I mean, I don't know what to think about the other historical camo. I like this camo a lot, but Wargaming, I don't think you can slap a 6,000 gold price tag on, you know, just a green spray paint. I think the ship, though, is absolutely amazing, and I want to make more videos on this, and I can't wait to stream it for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name has been BobLyn, and I'm signing out.